And welcome back to the channel. Today we are once again doing another squad builder. Today we're going to do the La Liga squad builder for starter squad. Sit back, relax, let's get right into the best La Liga starter squads you can have in FC 25. We're going to start off with, honestly, the goalkeepers don't really matter. I've said this in the Premier League version, they don't really matter, but I'm just going to go with, how do I even spell it? Is it Lunin? I believe it's Lunin. There you go, Lunin. Honestly, I like a rare gold. The other rare golds are kind of higher rated. This is one I'm just going to go with, 81 rated, nothing crazy, 6'3". He should be able to do the job. You know, goalkeepers, like I said, it's just one of those where you just want anyone in there as long as they can do the job. They're all going to be pretty similar. Then we go over to our first position, the centre back. Now, this player can actually play left back, and I think regardless where you play them, you need to have this player in your squad. It's going to be an incredible card. You're looking at this card, it's like, wow. High defending, high physical, high pace. This one has to be a part of your squad. 5'11". You could put them at left back if you really want, but the player I'm going to go personally for left back is going to be Espino here. We go through. I think this one's going to be a really good fullback to have in your squad. Once again, the pace for me is everything. And I'm looking at them, I'm like, right. The way I looked at this squad was, if I have a good left back, I'll play him in centre back. I'll play, what's his name? Sorry. I'll play Ronaldo centre back. But if I don't, I'll play him left back. I'm actually happy with the combination, so I'm going to play him left back, play him centre back. If you guys feel like you want him left back, then do that, no problem. Then we're going to go over to the right centre back. We're going to have Vivian here. We're going to go through, and once again, it's like there's a couple of good options here, and I feel like this card for me is like, wow. It looks like he's a non-rare gold, but oh my god, look at that card. He's got 79 pace, 82 defending, 81 physical. There's just a lot of good attributes for a centre back, and this is like, he's got them all in abundance. He's going to be very cheap, non-gold. He's a common gold. He's a 6 foot, 2-star, 2-star. He's going to be a cheap centre back to have, and I think he'll be really, really good in your squad, especially if you're trying to save your budget for your attackers, which most people probably are. Then we go over to the right back, and we're going to go through with, I believe it's Molina, if I can remember correctly. Let's have, there you go, perfect, Molina. So once again, we're looking at a player that has high pace. I'm looking at this team, and it's got literally the slowest is 79, and then we got 84, 85, 87. Early game, this is gonna be really, really good for you, because it means that no matter what attackers you go up against, you'll be able to, you know, your pace will be able to keep up with them. And most of the time, as long as your pace is there, your defenders can defend slightly, you should be good to go, if I'm completely honest. So I look at this player and I'm like, really solid card, no problems at all, and we're gonna get him in our squad at our right back. So now we're looking forward, and we're like, I have a really good defense. Again, this is I don't know if this is a real budget or what, but this website's pretty good, and it seems like this is like a predicted budget. There you go, prices are predicted. So this is based on last year and prediction. So it looks like the defense is 5k. For 5k, I don't think you can complain. That looks like a really solid defense for 5k. No complaints there. Then our first midfielder is going to be Sal, I believe. I don't know if it's So or Sal. I'm assuming it's Sal. Going to go forward. This is where I struggled the most, if I'm completely honest. It was the centre mid position, the CDM position. I struggled the most just because I didn't really know who to get. I was looking at some options, and now that I'm looking at his card again, I think I made the right choice. He just looks really all well-rounded, and I feel like for this center defensive mid position, the middle center mid position, whatever you want to call it, you do want somebody that's a bit more grounded, a bit more defensive, a bit more balanced, and can just really hold its own as a defensive-minded midfielder. And I think we have that here. Really good card. I'm very happy with him being there. I think for the budget as well, I think he would do a great job. Then we go over and we have slightly, I wouldn't say better midfielders, but I do think my midfielders overall are pretty good. I do think my midfielders overall are pretty good. But this card here, you can just see straight away, although he's a right mid, he actually has a center mid playstyle, which is really, really important. He's got the 4-star, 4-star. He's got incredible pace coming in at 85 pace. He's got overall really good pass, really good dribbling, really good shot. Everything about this card screams like really good box to box. Like, I think he's going to be one of my favorite cards if I do end up going with this route and trying this team out. I think he's going to be one of my favorite cards to actually use, just because his card looks so good, and I feel like it's one of those where on surface you're like, he'll be pretty good. No, in game I think he's going to be really, really good to use. So we're going to go with him in our right center mid. Left center mid, once again, just another card I looked at and I was like, I think this card's going to be pretty good. And the thing is, there was a lot of good kind of gems in La Liga that I didn't even expect to be there, and I'm like, no, for a starter squad they're absolutely necessary. So we're going to go through, and we have a Sergi Dada here. Now look at that card on a base surface, you're like, wow, this is a very good card. The one thing I wish he did have was the 4-star, 4-star, but again, we're looking at starter squads. We can't be too fussy, so I'm okay with it. The card looks really good, very, very all-rounded. I think one thing you can do is, if you wanted to potentially put him in the middle and then maybe get another attacking midfielder on the left, it's up to you, but I'm very happy with him on the left and my balance of midfield so far. To complete the balance, in my opinion, the best player on my team is actually going to be the cam here, Brahim, I'm not sure how you say it, but wow. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves, 85 pace. This card is going to be incredible. I do not believe he'll be 1,000 coins. I really don't. I think he's going to be a couple of K at minimum. I think this card's going to be solid. He's got the 5-star weak foot. He's from Real Madrid. The links are going to be strong. Really good card. 91 balance, 89 agility. If you can somehow get your hands on this card, I really believe he'll be a gem. I really do. I think he'll be about 5K minimum though. I'm not going to lie. I think he'll be quite expensive. So this is someone you can maybe upgrade to, but I thought he's worth having in the squad. Everyone else is fairly cheap, so even if you save up a little bit, you'll be able to get him. Just play a draft or two if you got FIFA points and you should be good to go. And I think he's the best player in the team so far, and to be honest, even with the last two, I still think he's going to be the best player because of that 5-star weak foot. On the left hand side, we're going to go with Pepe here. Pepe's card on surface looks okay. Then I kind of went into it and I was like, you know what? He actually looks better than his card shows, which I think is a good thing because I think he'll be fairly cheap. We look through, he's got 90 agility, which I really like. I think if you look at his volleys, at 70, it lets down his shooting, but his shot itself isn't terrible. He's got decent shot in terms of high 70s. He has a bad weak foot, but that's okay. Because he has that 4-star skill moves, I'm more than okay to kind of have him as a striker. And I just feel like someone like him, especially early game, I still think he'll get some good amount of goals for you in division rivals. And I think he'll be a pretty good player. Coming at 6 foot as well, I just don't see him not being a good player for your starter squad in La Liga. And then we're going to end up the squad with, I think, a very, very nice little striker to have. It's going to be Ansu Fati. I was debating whether to put him in at the cam position and then maybe moving our cam, but I think I'm stuck to having him at striker. And once again, his agility and balance, his overall pace, I think will be a really good card. We look at his shots again, and I'm very happy. Why? Because his volleying and penalties are quite low, which means his base stats are quite high. And overall, this card just looks pretty good. 4-star, 4-star. So for me, the 4-star weak foot is quite important. Unfortunately, Pepe doesn't have that, but that's okay. But at least with this card, you have a bit more of a balance. You got the 4-star skills, you got 89 pace, you got 4-star weak foot. I think it'll be a really good card in a 2-striker formation. And then you have the cam just behind them with a 5-star weak foot. The midfield, I think, is very, very balanced. We've got Sal a bit more defensive. We've got Dada, who can do a bit of both. I think he's a bit more defensive as well. And then you have, I can't see his name, I'm going to butcher his name, Gankov, I guess. He's a lot more attacking, a lot more box to box. He'll be really, really good. So for me, this kind of right side is going to be my main attacking threats. You got Pepe there on the left as well. Then we have Dada and Sal a little bit more defensive. Our fullback's quite fast and aggressive as well. I think it's a really, really good starter squad. We look forward and I'm very happy with it. The prediction's 11K. I'm going to go with 15 to 20. I think especially with Brahim, I think it's going to be incredibly expensive. And I'm looking at this squad as a very, very good starting squad. Just like I said with the Premier League, you can try it out, you can see your good players, and you can upgrade from there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like. Let me know what type of squad you want to see next time for your FC25 starter squads. Catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.